Say you've tried to stop drinking. Let's talk about why quitting hasn't worked. And before you fucking look at yourself and think, fuck, I fucked up. It's not your fault. Because most men, like yourself, they don't fail because they're weak. They fail because their identity hasn't changed. It's not about the alcohol. It's about your word. It's about you having that follow through. Having the trust in yourself to fucking make shit happen for yourself. I know for many years I'd wake up, say to myself that day, oh, I'm not going to fucking drink today. Find myself fucking getting to the end of the day with a bottle in my hand and fucking misery in my heart. And if you're anything like me and you've tried, you say to yourself, fucking today's the day. You step up to the plate, shivering, fucking shaking and fucking disappointed. Living a life that you exist in rather than you thrive, and you're just happy. But you don't have the fire that you used to have because you've fucking drowned it in alcohol. You've drowned it in disappointment. You've drowned it in misery. You've drowned it in just the monotony of fighting an addiction that you fucking feel like you can't win. And it's not your fault that you can't beat this shit because you have ingrained the fucking life, the identity of someone that's broken. But there is a way out. There is a fucking solution to this. You think, well, if I could just go to rehab, that's one of the things that I used to say to myself all the time. If I could just go to rehab, if I could just get this magic pill, if I could we're like fucking that Jack and the Beanstalk looking for his magic beans, but we're looking for the magic cure to fucking addiction. But there is no magic cure. There is no magic solution. The solution is you don't drink. Simple as it is, and as painful it is to realize that you just don't do something that all parts of your being have been trained to do over and over, day after day, day after decade. So it's not your fault that you've used this tool, because it's just a tool to change your state until it's used you. And then what happens is you just get stuck. You can't go forward. You can't go backwards. You can't go sideways. You're just stuck in that fucking loop over and over and over again, saying to yourself, today I'm going to change. Today I'm going to do something different. But getting to the end of the day over and over and over again. And the truth is, when high functioning men get stuck into that habit, when they get stuck into that loop, it's really hard to even admit that you're stuck, because you're like, well, you've got a job, you go to work, you provide, but at the same time, you've got your hands tied behind your back. You're not happy, even though outwardly you may look happy. You feel like you're a failure, even though externally you're winning. But you could do more. You could be more, and there's more to give. There's more for you to be. And this is the thing. When you look in the mirror and you see someone that you don't recognize, when you look into the mirror and you see a man that you don't want to be, what do? Do you close your eyes? Or do you turn around and say, today I'm fucking going to change? Because I know that for me, it came to a point in my life where the pain of staying the same was too great. I couldn't pay that price anymore. I had to change. And that's the moment that I knew that I couldn't keep living that fucking nightmare over and over and over again. And the truth is, you know what more alcohol is going to give you, but you don't know what freedom will be like when you get sober, because you haven't experienced it, but you've experienced the rising cost of addiction, the rising cost of fucking drinking every day, the rising price that you have to pay to be able to join the bottle on your nightly journey to oblivion, in your nightly journey to a place where everything's okay for just a momentarily second. But the truth is, you know that it's not okay. If you have to write yourself off every night just to be okay for a minute, things have to change. You have to change. You don't need more willpower, because willpower's going to burn out. Willpower's going to run out. You can only hold on for so long, because as long as you keep seeing yourself as someone who's a drinker, someone that drinking is good and all that sort of stuff, you'll always be fighting the drink. It's about changing your identity. It's about changing who you are from the inside, internally, changing your mind, changing all the things that you believe about alcohol, changing everything. But only changing one thing, because you get stuck in a loop, the shame loop. And what does that look like? You say to yourself, I'm not going to drink. You promise yourself you're not going to drink. Then you do drink, and then you feel guilty again. So guilt, promise, relapse, more guilt, over and over and over again. And that's how we get stuck. Because it's like a cycle that just keeps feeding itself. The more that you feel shit about yourself, the more you want to drink. And the more you drink, the more you feel shit about yourself. So you can never get out of it. But I'm here to tell you that, like I said, it's not your fault that you're stuck. It's not your fault. You haven't been shown the way out. You haven't had someone to fucking hold your hand and drag you out. Because sometimes when we're stuck in a fucking cave, when we're stuck deep down inside and we're in a loop and we can't get out and we're just looking for the solution externally, but we can't even see that the hearts and the solution's in our hands. But the solution is all of those things. But you need a support. You need friends. You need a brotherhood. People that'll you when you can't drag yourself. You need people that'll pull you when you can't pull yourself. And the answer isn't standing up in front of people saying, I'm an alcoholic, because you're not an alcoholic. If anything, you've got an alcohol use disorder, which is the medical term for it if you want to get real technical. But you're just someone who's found drinking to be helpful until it was no longer helpful. But what if I said you're a man that keeps the word that you said to yourself when you look in the mirror and you say, I'm not going to drink anymore? How do you get that? How do you get to be that the man that you'll be proud of, the man that you'll fucking look into the mirror and you won't have to close your eyes and hope that you were somebody else or wish you were somebody else? You do this because you don't need more motivation. You need a code to live by. You need a fucking step-by-step process that you can live. You can be with structure and clear instructions on how you live your life with a brotherhood. You don't need more isolation. You need friends. You need support. You need a brotherhood. And you need rituals that will help you to go through with that resolution, because that's what it's all about. It's about getting the sober switch. It's about coming to a point where you recognize that something has to change. You can change it. You will change it. You must change it. Then you switch. You flick the switch in your head, and then you start to do the fucking actions, and then you change your beliefs, and then you change the things that you do, and then you become a non-drinker. And then when you're a non-drinker, you fucking live the life of a sober person. It's really fucking simple. It sounds rah-de-rah or whatever, but the truth is, this is how we do it. This is how we change who you are. This is how we change you to get you into sobriety, how you can live the life. No, you don't need more fucking tablets. You don't need more magic. You don't need more fucking magic pills. You don't need to go to Jack and the Beanstalk and find the fucking giant. What you need to do is you need to confront your fucking, the lies alcohol has told you, the lies that you fucking told yourself, the lies. You need to confront them. Look into the mirror and fucking be brutally honest with yourself, and then start getting truthful with yourself. And then you can start to rewire your mind with actions, with rituals, with doing things, because it's not about, sometimes it's about deciding and then taking actions and having rituals in place that you do regardless. And the more that you do the rituals, the more that you do the actions, the more that it changes your beliefs, so that you're able to start to change your beliefs about yourself, so you can become the man that you need to be, to become the man that is the leader, to become the man that you've always wanted to be. And perhaps you always are. You just have had a few problems, shall we say. And then we start to change our emotional regulation. We learn to regulate ourselves, because we're regulating not only we're regulating ourselves better with our habits, with the way we look after ourselves and the things that we do. We install a new identity, a new belief structure that will help us by simply doing the actions. Because when we do something over and over and over again, even drinking, that creates our identity. So what we have to do is to do something else to recreate our identity. It's about recreation. It's not about changing. It's about recreating who we are. It's about becoming the man, becoming the leader, because then we can lead our family, we can lead ourselves, we can lead our business, we can lead a community, and we can lead our legacy, and we can have the masculine power that we always desired, but we never had the balls to fucking step into, because there's no more fucking fallback. What we do is we burn the boats and we move in the direction that we want to go. So that process of the sober switch is the 3-phase identity, which is confront, rewire, and lead. Confront the lies, rewire our mind, and then lead our fucking lives. It's a simple process. It sounds too simple to be true, but if we change everything that we do, if we change ourselves, we change our mind, and we change our identity, we come from somebody who's trying not to drink to somebody that wouldn't drink even if the fucking world was on fire. You think about it. It's a whole lot easier to live a life that you don't want to drink, rather than being like, oh, I wish I could drink, but I can't because I'm broken, I'm fucking weak. Because at the end of the day, if you believe that alcohol has something to offer, you'll always be fucking fighting it. If you believe that alcohol is a reward, and that's where we come back to the lies. If you believe that alcohol is a reward, you'll always be thinking that you're missing out. I look at people who are drinking and I know that I'm not missing jack shit. The only thing I'm missing out is a fucking hangover, the disappointment, the fucking up my family, the fucking up my health, the fucking up my mind, fucking up my life. I'm missing out on fucking heaps. So you can have your alcohol and I'll just have my life. And even when things go wrong, even when things are shit, getting pissed is not a solution. Getting pissed makes fucking everything worse. Well, fortunately, it took me 20 fucking years to work that out. And a lot of fucking misery and a lot of fucking stupid shit that I did to get to that realization. But I'm glad that I finally got there at some point. You don't have to wait as long as I did. Hopefully that you're a bit younger than I am, and hopefully you're hearing the message of fucking reality before that age that I had to get to go, hey, probably not a good idea to get pissed. Hey, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's about what you do now. And I see people that, even people with liver failure, even people that are fucking completely fucked, why would you keep drinking? And some of them would say, oh, well, because, well, what else am I going to do? Well, if you're in a sinking boat, do you try and get some of the water out, or do you just fucking put more water in just to make you sink that little bit faster? It's because you believe on some level that alcohol has got something to offer you. But alcohol has nothing to give. It's only got stuff to take. And the sooner that you get to the point of realizing that alcohol will take everything, and then once it's taken everything from you, it'll take your life. It's got nothing to give except for misery. And not only your misery, it piles on family misery. It ruins families. It ruins relationships. It ruins everything that it comes in contact with, because it's the greatest dissolver. Dissolves life. And if you don't believe me, what do you kill germs with? Rubbing alcohol. If it kills germs, what does it do to your mind? What does it do to your soul? What does it do to everything that you see? And when you look at people that are really fucking pissed, you go, oh, gee, they look like they're having fun. They don't look like they're having fun. I guess it's about recognizing that you can change and recognizing that it's not your fault. You've just believed the lie for too long. And now start to learn the truth. There's a way out of this. There's a solution. There's something that can get you out of this. And it's the Sober Switch. And it's kickthepiss.com. We're here to help you. We're here to help you, free you. Not with tablets. Not with fucking witch doctors. Not with magic powders. Not with fucking everything. By by changing your identity, by rebuilding your man, by showing you the way, by giving you the steps and giving you the structure, giving you the brotherhood. So ultimately, you can be free. It's not some fucking woo-woo thing. It's not some let's sit around and talk about our feelings. It's not some magic hypnosis. It's raw truth delivered with the truth so that you can live in freedom. So that you can be the man that you've always wanted to be. No bullshit, no fucking and lies, because your resurrection starts now. The man that you want to look in the mirror and see is already there. You just have to start to fucking clean the mirror a bit. Put down the fucking bottle. Pick up life. Because you've got two choices. You can keep drinking and you'll get more of the same, if not more and more problems. Or you can change and start to lead. Start to be the leader and start to build a legacy. I mean, there's two choices. I know what I choose. I know what I would choose if I was you. But ultimately, it's your life. I can only show you the way. I can help you and I can guide you. But you have to walk. You have to put the foot in front of the other and you have to decide what path that you're going to go on. I invite you to go to kickthepiss.com and work with me so that we can work towards your future. So we can make you the man, the leader. Then ultimately, everything that you want to be is on the other side of sobriety. Today is the first day of the rest of your life if you just choose to do something different. My name's Jason, kickthepiss.com.